Adolescence can be a fun and exciting time on your way to becoming an adult. But growing up can also come with some confusing feelings and questions about who you are, how you feel, and the world around you. Holding on to those questions, not getting the answers you need, can sometimes be stressful and prevent you from enjoying your teen years. You shouldn't have to go through this alone. Many young people find having a trusted adult in their life, like a parent, an older sibling, or a coach, who can answer their questions in a safe and enjoyable way, is a great solution to this problem. Those important grown-ups who can help you are what we like to call Askable Adults. So, what is an Askable Adult? An Askable Adult is someone that you as a young person feel safe and comfortable talking to about difficult subjects. No, not difficult subjects like math or science, but subjects and conversations about big things that happen in your life when you're growing up, like love, peer pressure, changing bodies, and finding out who you really are. Sometimes finding an Askable Adult is difficult because the questions you have are really personal, and letting new people in can be embarrassing or even scary. Sometimes we don't ask people important questions because we don't know if they'll have good answers. Other times we don't ask questions because we're afraid someone will judge us for not knowing the answer already, or for even having that question in the first place. It's important to know, whatever questions you may have, there are people who have had that exact question before you, and there will for sure be people who have that exact question after you. It's quite possible that your parents had the same exact questions when they were your age. Even after you've decided you want to talk to someone, finding an Askable Adult can sometimes be a tricky process, because you don't always know who will have the answers to the questions you need. For example, you already know that if you're having difficulty understanding something in math class, your math teacher is a great person to ask, because they'll most likely have the right answers and tips to help you get better at math. You also know that if you're on a sports team, your coach knows a lot about the sport and can help you when you're confused or just want to get better. But what about conversations where you don't know who in your life is an expert who can answer your questions? Unless a grown-up is the person who starts the conversation, you don't always know who is good to talk to about bodies going through changes or how to talk to your crush. It can also be difficult to find an Askable Adult because not every adult is an Askable one. Some adults aren't very good listeners. Sometimes all they like to do is talk and tell young people how to feel and think. Sometimes adults don't believe young people when they tell them about their feelings, or they shame young people for being curious about things like sex. But there are adults who will listen to you and give you really good answers. Whether you know it or not, you most likely already have some of these people in your life. Askable adults can be parents, older siblings, other family members, teachers, guidance counselors, coaches, librarians, social workers, and so many more. When you think about finding an Askable Adult, think about someone you know who's nice to you, helpful, patient, makes you feel safe, and talks to you in a way you generally understand. Could you think of someone who's helped you out in the past, or have you heard anyone give good advice to others? If so, that might be the person for you. If you're not quite sure if you want someone to be your trusted adult, before asking this person big important questions, you can test them on something smaller and see how they respond. For example, if your question is about periods, start by asking a more general puberty question like, why do I get acne? Or is it normal that I've gotten taller recently? If that person answers in a way you like, you can start to ask them more personal questions. If you get nervous talking to a grown-up, that's okay. You can help put yourself at ease by writing down your questions ahead of time, or even practicing them either alone or with a friend. If you're still nervous when you talk to that adult, it's okay to tell them that you're feeling that way. You can actually help them make sure that they answer your question in a way that's helpful for you. After you've had a conversation with this person, check in with yourself and see how you feel and if you want to talk to this person again in the future, or if you want to try to find someone else. A real Askable Adult will not only answer your questions, but do so in a way that makes you feel loved, appreciated, cared for, confident, and normal, because your questions are just that, normal. If that adult checks all those boxes, that's great. You have someone who can help you through your teen years and beyond. If that person didn't give you the answers you needed, or even if they just made you feel awkward, it's okay to keep searching. Sometimes it's easy for people to find multiple Askable adults in their life, and sometimes it's a journey to just find one. Remember, a good Askable adult wants to help you because they care, and you do not owe them anything for that. If an adult asks you to do things that make you uncomfortable, or touches you in a way that you do not like, that is not okay. That is not an Askable adult, and you should tell your parents or another adult what that person either did or asked you to do. Askable adults can also be people in your greater community. At Planned Parenthood's Health Resource Center, teens ages 13 through 19 can talk to one of our Askable adults and get free, confidential, one-on-one sex education and counseling from our education team. Our experts can talk to you about things like puberty, sex, birth control, body image, healthy relationships, pregnancy options, STDs, gender, sexuality, and more. To sign up for a free video chat, go to calendly.com/ppkeyhrc. No matter whom you turn to, we hope it's someone who can help make your life easier by helping you understand yourself and your world. Because you have a right to get the answers you need and the care you deserve.